Hi yogis, welcome to day 7. Today's an exciting day because not only is it connection to energy, but this flow is a buildup of everything we've been working on this week. So you've seen all the poses, you've even seen little parts of the flow. So now we're just kind of combining everything and finding our energy through flow. And when we talk about connection to energy, I like the idea that we always have an infinite amount of energy within us. In Michael Singer's book that I've been talking about a lot, he talks about that we have this energy that we can always call upon. And an example that he gives is, imagine you just went through a breakup. You're feeling really low, you haven't been maybe eating enough or too much, and you're just not feeling right. And then all of a sudden that person calls you and you feel lit up and you're so excited and oh my gosh, they want to get back together. Where did that energy come from? So today's an exploration of how can we connect into that energy, and also how can we find ways even outside of yoga to build that energy so that we can call upon it and find our highest selves through that. So we'll start today's practice in a comfortable seat. So find any seat that you'd like. Again, you can always prop yourself up on a blanket or blocks. And we'll meet with the hands wherever they lay most comfortably and close the eyes for a moment. So we'll start off by thinking of the last time you were really excited. Notice how your heart center feels. Maybe the heart rate rose a little bit. And we'll see if we can kind of keep that energy when we start our practice. So keeping that feeling, we'll inhale, raising the arms up. And then exhale, twisting over to the right arm comes back, the left arm comes onto the knee. Inhale, coming up through center. And then switching sides, right arm comes onto the left knee, and the left arm comes back. Repeating that again, inhale, bringing the arms up. And exhale, twist. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Twisting again. This time, inhale the arms up, and exhale, rolling over onto the knees and coming onto hands and knees. Moving into cat and cow, dropping the belly, opening the heart. And exhale, rounding the spine, pushing through the hands and knees. Inhale, opening into cow. And exhale, cat. Again, inhale, opening. And exhale, cat pose. Moving forward to plank, walking the hands or feet away from each other to find a long spine. Inhaling and exhaling out the mouth. Again, rotating those inner elbows forward. Inhaling and exhale, release. Last time, inhaling. And exhale, downward facing dog, pedaling the feet out, bending into one knee and then the other. And then slowly walking the feet towards the hands, coming towards a forward fold. Gentle bend in the knees here. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, inhale, raising the arms up, palms come to touch. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, raising the arms up. And exhale, forward fold as you release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, placing the hands down, stepping back to plank. Inhaling here, finding that energy and strength. And exhale, lowering all the way onto the stomach. Untucking the toes, pushing through the tops of the feet, opening through the chest. Cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Raising the right leg up on the inhale. And exhale, stepping that right foot forward between the hands. The left hand will stay low and the right arm will raise into a twist. Placing the right arm down, the left sole of the foot will meet the earth. Coming onto fingertips, setting up the lower body in warrior one first. Raising the arms up for warrior one. Interlacing the fingers behind the back, opening up through the chest, and moving into humble warrior, which we did a few days ago. So leading with the chest and stomach. That right shoulder might work towards the inner right thigh, or you might have a gentle incline. Inhale, opening up into warrior two. Little bit from the flow from yesterday, flipping the front hand. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm reaching overhead. Repeating that again, inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. This time, inhale up through center, stretching into the front leg, moving into triangle pose, shifting the hips back. The right arm lowers onto the ground or maybe onto a block. The left arm is raised. Removing the block and making your way back up through center. Turning the toes in and moving towards a wide-legged forward fold. Hands will be on the hips to start today. Releasing the hands down, nodding the head yes and no. Bending into the knees as much as you need. And then slowly walking the hands forward, coming to a high lunge, raising that left heel off the ground, stepping back to plank and moving through a flow if you'd like, or straight to downward facing dog. If you're flowing, exhale as you lower. Inhale as you open. And exhale, downward facing dog. Raising the left leg up on the inhale. And exhale, stepping that left foot forward. The right heel will come down, fingertips first, then raising the arms up for warrior one. Interlace the fingers behind the back, switching the grip again, opening up through the chest as you inhale, and exhale, leading with the heart, humble warrior. Remembering that feeling of excitement or joy that you connected to. Can you bring that to this pose? Releasing the arms and opening all the way up to warrior two. Flipping the front hand, inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle, left forearm to left thigh, right arm stretching overhead. Repeating that again, inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Coming back up through center, straightening into the front leg, shifting the hips back. Left arm lowers, right arm is high. Triangle pose, again, bringing the hand to the block if that feels good for your practice today. Moving up to center on the inhale, turning the toes in, this wide-legged forward fold, interlacing the fingers, opening through the chest, and then exhale, forward fold. Nodding the head, yes and no. You can even release the hands down and kind of bend into one leg or the other if you're wanting a little bit of movement. Walking the hands towards the top of the mat, right heel raises, stepping back to plank. Straight to down dog from here, pedaling out the feet, opening the knees wide, and taking a child's pose. Letting the forehead meet the ground or block. And just reconnecting into that energy flow. Maybe see if you can call on a sense of calmness now. Allowing the self a moment to recharge before we flow again. Coming back onto hands and knees and arriving back in downward facing dog. Step or hop the feet towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, inhale, raising the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. This time moving into chair pose, the toes will touch, heels are slightly separated, or feet hips width apart, as well as the knees. If the shoulders are tight, hands can be at heart center. Sitting the hips a little bit lower, we'll move into a twist. The right arm comes back, left arm comes forward. Making sure that left knee is staying in line, it's not passing the right knee. Then inhaling up to center, and then twisting to the left arm back, right arm forward. The gaze can stay forward, straight ahead, or back behind you. Inhaling up through center, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back to plank. Inhaling here. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, opening up through the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. When you arrive, raising the right leg up and stepping the right foot forward. This time coming all the way up to warrior two. Flipping the front hand, inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle, right forearm to right thigh, left arm stretching overhead. Repeating that again, inhale, reverse. And exhale, stretching that right arm overhead. Inhale, back through center, stretching through the front leg, triangle pose. Right arm comes low, left arm is high. Maybe reaching that left arm overhead towards the top of the mat. Possibly that lower arm comes up. If you think you've got it and you really connect to that sense of energy and bring it out through this pose. Feel as though it's shooting through your fingertips towards the front of the room. Inhale, back through center. Transitioning to high lunge, we'll raise the back heel, bending into the front leg, the arms raise. And then opening the arms into that open twist as we did in chair pose. Again, looking straight ahead, to the side or back at that back hand. The left hand lowers, the right arm raises for a twist as in the beginning of class. Then the right hand comes down, stepping back to plank. Option for a flow here, moving at your own pace. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Raising the left leg up on the inhale. And exhale, stepping the left foot forward. Placing the right heel down. Opening up to warrior two. Flipping the front hand, inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle. Repeating that all again. Moving with your own breath, maybe feeling just as excited here, even though it doesn't take too much energy. Coming up through center, straightening the front leg again, moving into triangle pose, left arm lowers, right arm high. Here we are again, that right arm reaches overhead towards the top of the mat. Maybe the left arm comes up to meet it. Inhaling up through center, the right heel raises, coming to high lunge. If this feels a little wobbly, you can always walk that front foot out to the side a little bit to widen the base of the pose. The left arm comes back, right arm comes forward for a twist, gazing over the left hand. Inhaling here. Exhale, the right hand comes down, the left arm stays raised for a gentle twist. Placing the left hand down, stepping back to plank. Moving through a flow at your own pace if you'd like. Meeting in downward facing dog. Slowly step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Moving up to chair pose again. Feet and knees can be hips width apart or toes touching, heels slightly separated. Hands will be at prayer this time. So as you sit low, you have a couple options here. We can come into the twist we did before, or the left elbow will come outside of the right knee. Again, checking in with the knees, making sure that that left knee is not passing the right. Feel as though you're trying to bring your palms to heart center here, trying to reach that sternum towards the ceiling. From here, inhaling back to center, and exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift on the inhale. Fold, stepping back to plank. Moving through a flow or straight to downward facing dog. Yes, we want to connect to energy in this flow, but we also want to take care of our bodies. So resting if needed and staying in touch with how you're feeling. Raising the right leg up on the inhale and exhale, stepping the right foot forward. Warrior two. Repeating that flow, inhale, flipping the front hand. reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Repeating that again, inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Kind of finding a bit of a dance with this. Inhale, back through center, straightening through the front leg. Hip shift back, triangle pose. Finding your triangle pose. Again, bus stop number 1 is here. Number 2 is the left arm reaching forward. Number 3 is the right arm coming to meet the left. As though you're holding a big beach ball or something like that. But finding your pose that feels best in your body. Inhaling up through center. Coming to high lunge again, so that left heel raises, raising the arms up. And then finding your twist in this pose. Maybe it's hands to heart center and then an open twist. Or hands to heart center and that left elbow comes outside of the right knee. Just be here for a moment. The left hand drops down regardless of where you are, and the right arm raises for a bit of a gentler twist. Walking that right foot out to the edge of the mat, the left knee will come down, untucking the back toes, preparing for lizard. So taking a moment to slow down. We did this earlier in the week, and I showed the option of placing the forearms on blocks. And if you like that, of course, you can try that again here, or you can even bring the hands onto blocks. If you're wanting to try something a little bit different, you can place the left hand down, bending into that back leg, and reaching the right arm back. By no means do the hand and foot have to touch, but just bending into that back leg will get a really great stretch in that left quad. Placing the right hand down. Tucking the left toes under, raising the left leg, stepping back to plank. Finding a flow here, exhaling as you lower. Inhaling as you open into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet. We've got one more round of this flow. You've got this. Really call on that energy this round. Step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, coming up to chair pose again. This time, hands come to heart center, and we move into a twist to the left. Maybe the left arm comes back, right arm forward, or that right elbow outside of the left thigh. And I said it on the other side, but it was kind of hard to see. So instead of reaching the heart towards the ground, we're trying to reach the heart towards the ceiling, almost so that the thumbs could touch the sternum. Checking in with that right knee still. Inhaling, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, stepping back to plank. Inhaling, moving through a flow at your own pace again. Always option to rest. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Raising the left leg up on the inhale. And exhale, stepping the left foot forward, placing the right heel down. Opening up to warrior 2. Flipping the front hand, inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, side angle. Maybe smiling a little bit here, finding a little bit of play. We've done this a few times. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, side angle. Inhale, up through center, straightening through the front leg. Triangle pose, left arm lowers, right arm is high. Bus stop number 1 is here. Reaching that right arm overhead is number 2. Again, the third one is reaching the left arm high. Finding whatever works best for your body today. Just keep revolving that heart towards the ceiling. Inhale, up through center, raising that right heel off the ground, coming to high lunge. Bending into that front knee, that right thigh bone's reaching towards the ceiling. Hands come to heart center, twisting over to the right now. Again, that can be an open twist or that right elbow outside of the left knee. One more breath here. We're so close, we've got this. Inhaling. Exhale, hands reach down. And then coming into lizard pose, walking that left foot over to the left, the right knee comes down.
untucking the back toes. So again, you can stay here or bring the forearms onto blocks, or if you wanted to try the variation of bending into that back leg, the left arm reaches back. Maybe it touches the foot, maybe not, and that's okay. Each side will probably feel really different, so just be gentle. We're connecting to our energy, not to perfection. Releasing that back leg, walking that foot back to center, raising the back knee, raising that left arm up for one last twist. Placing the hand down, stepping back to plank, opening the knees wide and taking a well-deserved child's pose. If child's pose isn't feeling restful today, do anything where you can catch the breath and slow down. We'll take 3 breaths together here, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe sigh it out a little bit, inhaling and exhale. Last time, inhaling, letting something else go. Slowly coming up to downward facing dog. And step or hop towards the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bending through the knees, inhale, raising all the way back up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Moving into that figure 4 balancing posture that we've done earlier in the week. If you liked using the blocks before, you might try it on this time as well. If you don't have blocks, again, 2 water bottles or anything that you have around the house is fine. So we'll start by crossing the right foot over the left knee and hands come to heart center. Inhaling here. And then as you exhale, sitting the hips low as in chair. Really feeling the strength in the lower body. Seeing if you can gather all that energy we've built and find focus with it. Kind of containing it in this balance. If you liked placing the hands onto blocks or finding a forward fold, you can tuck the chin to the chest. You may have tried straightening into that left leg last time. You can try that again here. Again, these are all just variations. None of them are better or worse. Bringing hands back to heart center if they were low. Inhale, raising the right knee up. Extending the right foot forward, extending the arms tall. One last moment of energy and then release it down. Shake it out. Let it go. All right. One last side and then we are relaxing. Root down through the right foot and we'll cross the left foot over the right knee and hands come through heart center. Inhaling. And exhaling, sitting low into that one-legged figure 4 stretch. Really extending the left toes towards the left knee. Opening through the chest. And if you tried the forward fold, placing the hands on blocks or the floor. Releasing the chin to the chest. Regardless of where you are, keep breathing. Maybe straightening through that right leg if that feels good for you. Inhaling, hands come back to heart center. Ooh. Bringing the leg up with you. Extending that left leg forward. Reaching through the feet as well as hands and then release the arms down. Shake it out a little bit. Yes. Removing the blocks, we'll come into Malasana pose. Last time we did Malasana, I showed it with a block under my hips, but this time I'm going to show it with a blanket under my feet, because this is a nice variation if it does feel really tight in your body. So if you have a blanket or even a pillow, place the heels on the blanket, opening the toes out to the edges of the mat, and then sitting the hips low. If you do this pose regularly in yoga and you find your heels are off the ground and you want a little bit of assistance, this might be a nice way to do it. If this pose feels really normal and natural in your body, you can always just do it without a blanket. One more breath here, inhaling. And exhale, straightening the legs high, removing the blanket if you have it, walking the toes back to center. And then we'll bend through the knees, raising the heels off the ground, sitting the hips back really slowly. See if you can do it without the hands for fun, and then place the feet down on the ground. I lied. I said we were gonna sit down and chill. We're gonna do one last little bit of energy and then we're gonna chill. Bringing the hands behind the thighs, coming into boat pose. So we'll have the toes on the ground to start, and this might be enough energy for you today. You could even raise the feet off the ground. You might even release the arms out to the sides. Inhaling and exhaling. Finding that one last little bit of energy, really opening up through the chest, extending everything out through your fingers, through your toes, through the crown of your head. Inhaling. And then exhale, slowly release down on the back. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. And notice how the body feels. Sometimes when we think we have to exert a lot of energy, we'll feel tired, but sometimes when we do, we also feel really alive, really lit up. Bending the knees, placing the feet on the ground. We'll come into a couple rounds of bridge pose, raising the hips towards the ceiling, pushing the hips away from the ground. We'll roll the shoulders underneath, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Inhaling here. And exhale, lowering down. Walking the feet out to the edge of the mat, letting the knees fall in. Allowing that energy to begin to slow down just a little bit. Walking the feet back to center. Placing the hands down on the mat again, pushing the hips towards the ceiling. Maybe rolling the shoulders underneath the back again, interlacing the fingers for bridge pose. Releasing the hands and slowly coming down, taking your time. Walking the feet out to the edge of the mat again, letting the knees fall in for just another moment. Walking the feet back to center, bending both knees towards the chest and rocking side to side. Extending your left leg long, we'll bend the right knee towards the chest. Moving into a supine twist, pulling the right knee over to the side. If you still have your blanket nearby, you can place it underneath the knee. You can always use a block or a pillow as well. Extending the right arm out to the side. And if the neck feels open, you can look towards that right hand as well. So we're going to start using our energy to calm down the nervous system. Doesn't mean that the energy has to go anywhere. We're just letting the breath, the heart rate, and the body start to relax. Two more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowly, really gently unraveling since we did hold that for a little bit. And coming back to center, bending the knees towards the chest and rocking side to side again. Extending your right leg long, keeping the left leg bent towards the chest. And moving into a twist on this side, the right arm takes the left knee across the chest. The left arm extends out to the side, palm facing the ceiling. And again, maybe the gaze follows looking towards the left hand. If it feels comfortable, maybe closing the eyes here. If you use any props under the right knee, use that for the left side as well. Two more breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Last breath brings you back to center. Pulling the knees towards the chest, rocking side to side one last time. And we'll set up for Shavasana. Extending the legs long. Arms come down by the sides, palms facing the ceiling. And use this as a time to recharge. This pose takes no energy, so allow your body to absorb that. Gently start connecting back to your breath. Welcoming some movements in the fingers and toes. You can roll your head from one side to the other. And moving slowly, we'll bend the knees and roll over onto either side. And just resting for another moment. And pushing up to a comfortable seat, meeting with our hands together in front of the heart. Always know that the light and love within me is very honored and proud to witness the unique and beautiful light within each of you. Namaste.
Thank you so much for building your energy with me and joining me in that flow. Drink lots of water today. That was a lot of work, but you did awesome. And I'd love for you to do a little bit of yoga off the mat today. Maybe take a moment to think of what really lights up that energy within you. Maybe it's dancing or going on a walk or playing with your kids. And I would love to see those examples of what builds your energy. So tag me at EmilyHenderson_yoga or YOGATX on Instagram or Facebook. And we'd love to see what everyone does to build that energy. So I'll leave a little comment underneath about what I do, and I'd love to see what you do as well. Hope you have a great day. Thank you.